What makes a property more saleable than others? The first item on the agenda is really location. And yes, you can't change location, but I just wanted to let you know that a house on a quiet street will sell a lot faster than the similar house with a similar layout and curb appeal on a busy street. So if you have a nice quiet location, that house is going to sell a lot quicker than a house on a busy street. Number two is price. This is probably the most critical factor in making your house as saleable as possible. Make sure that with your agent that you price your house as competitively as possible with all the other competition out there that's currently for sale, and also any of the most recent sales. Make sure that your property is competitively priced with the most recent sales. It's really, really important. Then we look at curb appeal again. Curb appeal is so fundamental. You have to make sure that the outside of your house is well maintained, the leaves are raked, in the fall, the snow shoveled in the winter for those people who live in the northern climes. If the front steps need to be maintained, it's really important to get that all done, so that when buyers first walk up to the house, they feel comfortable and they feel at home almost, that they're buying something that's solid, that's attractive to them. Then you have to look at the inside condition of the property. Make sure that the house itself is very clean to begin with. Also, if it needs a fresh coat of paint, make sure that you put all the colors in there that are nice and neutral, so that it again appeals to all the mainstream buyers out there. Another item that really is important is staging. I would always recommend getting a stager to look at your property to determine what needs to be put in the different rooms in the property, so that again makes it as attractive as you can to potential buyers. Now, some homeowners really have a good flair at home decorating and really staging the house correctly, and that's great. But those of you who don't have that flair, make sure that you get a good stager in there to help you. Another item that you really have to look at is depersonalization. Make sure that you have your full gallery of family photos removed from the property, so that the buyers can walk in and they can see themselves living in the property rather than you living in the property. So make sure you can depersonalize the house as often as you can. And the most important thing too, to make it very saleable, if you meet all the basic criteria, make sure the house is available for showings at any time. You never know if you'll get a call on a Monday morning at 9:30 and a buyer wants to see it at 10:30 because they've just flown in from out of town to buy a house that day. Make sure the house is available for showings at all times. And these are all the good factors that really make a house more saleable than the rest of the competition.